He ain't got one.
I don't know. He got Saints, Texas, Lions, Panthers. I guess Jets. He beat Chris. He beat Lions again. Beat
I
Zizo
mean,
and beat
it's
Mark.
hard to
He
say he
beat
don't got one.
he
He
beat
got a lot of wins.
he beat Mark and he beat Chris and he beat Zizo. I think that's his top three wins. He lost to Tease and Reese. He got a tough schedule coming up though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we in playoffs
Mark.
right now.
You got Mark again, UT, Reese again. You got Dez week 17 and Maceo week 18.
He might beat me.
All right, where's God damn, man, I'm trying to wake up. All right, let's see.
Let me make sure we can hear this.
I'm about to say, just make sure the voice is start in like 1 minute. Well, it's already up, but I'm waiting for them to get in.
Ew.
Um, no, I just the the viewers.
All right, we good. I was watching on my phone.
Man, I bless P. He should have a loss. I was just taking him for granted.
Yeah, I
Nah,
think it's.
he got a tough schedule coming up though. He ain't gonna go undefeated. I don't think. I
Nah,
don't
like
think.
I got in the red zone twice on him, and just was like just trying to get Schwartz some touchdowns. But
Do a pick. His last
yeah,
four is against Swag, Maceo, Mir, and LD.
What's
He
up with
got
him? Yeah, I mean, Swag. I don't know what the hell going on with him.
I got Swag next week.
All right, welcome to the podcast. So, first things first, we're going to start off talking about the Chicago Bears. They are definitely, if I actually did a rankings, I'm sorry if it didn't come out this year. The Chicago Bears right now is one of my favorite teams in the league right now, but after looking at their schedule, I'm a little bit disappointed, actually. So, Owen has been struggling the last few years. He doesn't have a playoff berth. And he for the most part has not even done too much, but he is 8-2, and he definitely has beaten the teams that's on his schedule so far. Not for long though. So he started out with the Vikings, beating the Vikings, Seahawks beat the Seahawks, Lions of course, Jets, which I think is his most credible win. This right here is his most credible win against Chris. The Bills, he got shellacked. Close game against Roxy, Rixie, whatever his name is. He beat him 27-24. Lost to the Packers in a blowout. Beat the Lions. Beat the Texans and beat the Saints. He's definitely won. Definitely, I think for the most part has clinched his own playoff spot because I think he's gonna beat the Patriots, the Vikings again. He has an easy schedule. As expected, we're not finishing. You know, top two, whatever the case may be. But he is 8-2 right now, and a lot of it has started with Mr. Carter at QB, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Really good this year, 3,000 yards. But it also has started with the passing game, most definitely, because what I realized is that he does not run the ball much. His leading rusher is actually his QB, I see, Mr. Carter with 236 yards. So he's been passing the ball left and right through the air. The only problem is he hasn't beaten a team that's over 500 right now. So that's the biggest
No,
struggle. So I do have Dez and Ike. So I'm give their little opinion on it. Do you think the Owen should be worthy of a threat in the playoffs? Most likely will make the playoffs, but do you think he should be considered a threat in the playoffs?
all right. shout out to everybody listening. I'm gonna touch on a couple of the comments in the chat. I want to make sure we don't forget the guys. I got Maceo who said the Jets is a credible win since when? LOL. T said he has 8 wins, 0 teams above 500. So you got people who are questioning Owen's legitimacy of an 8-2 start. But I will say, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
Let me
can.
see.
Okay, yeah, I will say. I mean, he can only play a schedule. So 8-2. It's probably about 20 other teams in the league that wish they had that record. 25 other teams that wish they had 8-2. Me being one of them. So he can only play he can only play his record. I believe you read off his stats: 29 touchdowns and 12 interceptions for C.J. Carter. That's impressive. Touchdown to interception ratio, over 3,000 yards already, and we sit here in week 11, so he still has about 7 games left. So it looks like he can go clearly over the 5K mark. But I think so far, I mean, you would like to see a few more wins against top teams, and he has some coming. He has um, I mean, Mark, the Vikings has been a playoff contender this year, having a rough year, but he got UT coming up. He got another shot at Reese again, and he finished off the season with Dez week 17 and Maceo week 18. I think, and I believe even Owen acknowledged in the chat, by the time the end of the regular season comes to an end, he'll see where he stands as far as how good he's doing this year. So I give him credit for the 8-2 start. Yeah, we would like to see some more wins against top teams, but again, Owen didn't create the schedule. He can only play it. So I give him a lot of credit thus far. I'll let you take over, Des.
I mean, so just piggybacking off of what you said, I mean, Owen, he's playing good right now. Regardless of who he played, he winning games. You know what I'm saying? I see he beat Mark, beat Zizo, Herb, Chris. I mean, it looked like he had a shootout with Tees, even though it's 55. I mean, 52-33, but they probably could have got out the hand at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And he lost to Reese. He got to get over that hump. He slaughtered gang the Saints and the Texans as well. So I mean, he
Hey,
got
yep.
he got Patriots, Vikings, Bucks, Packers, Giants, me, and Dolphins. So if I was a betting man, which I bet time to time, I would say Owen gonna slide in the playoffs, bruh. I can
Yeah, I
see him
think he's.
sliding in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to hit the playoffs. We'll see how he do, but like I said, he took a lot of growth from the QB play. I remember he was struggling with QB play, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, so he's doing well that way. So good on his behalf. But another team that has taken over the AFC by storm, even last year, making the Super Bowl and losing, he still has came back, I think, and played much stronger, starting off with 11-0. And that's the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals right now are just playing lights out. I mean, and he's played top users, the Raiders. I mean, he's played the Raiders. He's played the Bucks, who's also a good user. And he even beat the Falcons as well. He's going through top users. Whereas if he lost to the Falcons in the Super Bowl, but he did return the favor week 10. But right now he's playing lights out. Now the test obviously is whether or not he can win. He does have big games against the Titans, the Dolphins, the Colts, and the Jags to end his season once he plays the Browns and the Steelers. But right now he is playing lights out. He has almost 50 interceptions on the year. Which is damn well like up top. While he gives up a lot of yards, he is 31st against the pass. But once again, that doesn't matter when he is winning games the way that he is. Now, hopefully on the back end, once playoff hit, he's not really finding himself in a shootout every game. But right now, he's playing his tail off. Joe Burrow, 46 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 4,300 yards.
Mm.
Mixon is also rushing for 550 yards. It doesn't seem like rushing is a thing in this league anymore for most of the users. I know to start off the year, a lot of people did run the ball to begin, but Mixon does have 14 touchdowns on the ground as well. But besides him having the wide receiver Mechie the third, John Mechie the third, the wide receiver that really has done it for him is actually. Why did it freeze?
He got a tight end that's killing the league right now.
Yeah, he has. He has. I want to get his first name correct. I think it's Tyler.
Tyler
Tyler.
McMichael.
Okay, say Tyler McMichael. Yeah, tight end. 88 catching, 92 catching traffic, and he is beasting right now with a. He has actually 16 touchdowns on the season, and he is
Mm.
averaging. I'm gonna say around maybe 100 yards a game if you average it out. So right now he's playing his tail off. Over 100 yards a game he's averaging,
I mean,
and
but
he
you
has
know that
zero
ain't gonna drop
drops.
off because he had Kelsey right before that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Kelsey retired this offseason.
yeah.
So for him to pick him up, zero drops, beast, really good beast. He has a lot of weapons actually surrounding his whole entire offense, but a lot of it comes down to Joe Burrow, upgrading to I think it's X Factor.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
and he hasn't looked back since. Perfect passer rating throughout the year, 80% completion percentage. That's just hard to accomplish, no matter who you are
Yeah,
playing. Yeah, that's just
79. Whew.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that man's nigga crazy.
36 sacks, 49 interceptions. So a lot of that speaks for himself, and he has 11 touchdowns on defense. Um,
Dang. Does he?
so it just goes to speak. Yeah, it goes to speak on how the Bengals do. The biggest problem right now is the amount of pressure that you're going to put on yourself leading forward to the playoffs. That's all I would say is that's the $1 million question: is can you finish it out this time? A lot of times we see teams. I think Very was one of the ones that went 11-0, or maybe went 16-17-0. I'm not sure, and then got slashed again in the Super Bowl or in the playoffs. And the thing about it, that makes it the worst is the fact that the AFC does not have any Super Bowls so far through 5 seasons. So,
No, they got one.
Bengals.
Yeah, they
Joker
do.
got one.
Oh, Joker. I'm sorry. Joker's the only one. I see. I keep forgetting him because he doesn't really claim the AFC. So I would just say for this, there's a lot of pressure on the Bengals, but the Bengals has definitely made itself and turned itself into a top user in the AFC. Probably, I'm still gonna put him below Maceo right now, but I think he's very, 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 very close to being the number one user in the AFC. Definitely up there somewhere. So the $1 million question is: one, do you think he'll be? I'm sorry, Joker. One, do you think he'll end the season undefeated? And then two, do you see a Super Bowl coming to Cincinnati?
All right. First question: will he finish this regular season undefeated? I
Let me
I
go to
don't
their
think
schedule.
he will. His last 4 games, I looked at it. I want to say Titans, Dolphins. Let me look at it real quick. It was 4 tough ones. Colts, Mir was in it, and let me go to it right now. All right, I got it pulled up now. So his last four
I think he
end
will.
with Titans, Dolphins, Colts, and LD and the Jags. I think one of these four got to clip them up. One of these Titans, Dolphins, Colts, and Jags. I believe one of them got to clip them up. But so to answer the question, no. But I give shout out to P Earl, man. He's balling with these Bengals. One of my favorite users. He doesn't trade a lot, so he really develops, a lot of his players that he has or picked up from free agency. I think he made maybe 3 trades in the 6 seasons that we kind of got going. So I
Well, since Ike cut out, can you hear me?
Yeah, you
all
bet.
right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah,
All right. My fault, guys. But yeah. Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, but all in all, he's having a great season, man. Coming off a Super Bowl, great game against coming off a Super Bowl appearance, great game against Dez. Didn't finish the job, but I think he's coming into his own. He really got a fingerprint on his team, and he gonna be tough to stop, man. He got that team rolling. He gonna be tough to stop. So AFC, Gotta watch out. I think he's the favorite to come out the AFC this year. No disrespect to the AFC users we got in there, but the man's playing lights out, and somebody got to stop him. Simple as that. So, yeah,
Honestly, I don't think nobody gonna beat him in the regular season. He got them boys rolling right now. And his morale probably way higher than everybody morale right now. So his
yeah.
team probably playing better than everybody team. So and when I played him, I got a message saying the Bengals are playing well. They got +10 break tackle, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, so he probably keep getting that, and it's definitely gonna help for sure.
Yeah,
So
he's
the
definitely.
look at the look at some of the comments. I got Jameer saying coaching four. We got UT saying that Joker's the number one user in the AFC. We know that they have a brother bond, so I don't know how much people take seriously that. We got Vince, who's a Saint user, haven't been here long, but he says Joker is number one in the AFC. Um, so we got a lot of, I don't want to call it disrespect, but not many people believe in P. So maybe this would be the fuel that can, that can fire him through these playoffs. We got Jameer saying the AFC is definitely tougher than the NFC. That can be up for debate.
That's
I mean,
that's not a that's not a fact.
yeah, I think that we've seen, enough to the point where I think people are starting to read Joker's game. He's lost more in the last 2 3 seasons, you know, than he has before that. I think people are starting to catch on. So I believe that we'll talk about the AFC versus NFC at the end because I do have a strong argument for that. But I feel like at the same time, I think that I don't think Joker's the number one. I think Maceo is definitely number one. P. Earl depends on the end of this season, but Joker is definitely the more accomplished, obviously, because he has Super Bowl. But yeah, so moving on to the next team, definitely has been one of my favorite users to watch when I can watch them, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he has played. UT plays a very weird type of football. But I was actually proud of him to see him make trades. When you have Dez, who was over there on the opposite side, trading and trading and trading and trading and trading, you have to find some way to counteract that. And I think the best pickup that he's had so far has definitely been Derrick Henry. I would say for the most part. The I will say for Justin Herbert, he does have 30 touchdowns and 21 interceptions. The concern is when I look at the teams that he's played now, I'm just not so sure that he's ready for the second half. He plays Falcons, Cowboys, Bears, Falcons, Steelers, Raiders, Panthers. It's crazy.
He got that first place schedule.
Yeah, I mean, this is so it's a little bit difficult to really. I think he'll squeeze out the playoffs. I think he'll make it. I think he will make it. But I think we're going to start to see the real UT because I think UT right now with Derrick Henry, 1,400 yards, 20 touchdowns, 72 broken tackles. So I mean, with Derrick Henry, he's beasting through everybody. 33 interceptions on the defensive side. O.J. Howard is his leading receiver with 870 yards by a landslide. And that's what I also like is I think with the running game opening up like it does, it allows him to get that tight end open. Probably straight down the field, I think, for the most part when I watch his offense. But he's playing very well with Justin Herbert. Now, him having Justin Herbert is definitely an L that the Chargers have to take. I think the Chargers definitely asked for Justin Herbert. But 11th overall defense, 8th overall offense, very good on both sides of the ball. I just believe deep down inside that he's about to reach his hard path of his schedule. You got to play Falcons twice. Ultimately that's going to come down to the end of the division. Cowboys getting in their own way. We'll talk about them soon. Bears, like I said, this is a test of time as well because he has to finish out the season with some of the wins. And he plays Steelers. I may give him hell for it, but Pooty sometimes can put together great wins. And then he plays Raiders week 17 and Panthers week 18. So the question goes at this point in the season, with him being 8-2, does he pose a threat to the NFC? And if so, well, it'll be interesting. Does he pose a threat to the NFC? That's the question.
Uh, Again, this is Ike here. Does UT pose a threat to the NFC? Before I answer that, I'll get into a couple of the comments. Again, for the people who watching, Pooty said Dez is the only person to make a bowl other than Very. We have numerous people in the AFC to make a bowl, so there again, you got AFC users pushing the claim that their conference is better. We'll get into that. Maceo said just don't include the Ravens in this argument. Can you
Fuck
hear
you,
me?
bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
uh, Joker said, y'all really want me to start chewing the clock and running the ball? I got you. Uh, UT said 12-5, the worst for me. Is basically that's what he's going to finish 12-5. But I think UT is a threat. To get back to the question, I think UT is a threat. He's beaten some top users in the league. He's beaten Dez. He's beaten Very. He's beaten a couple other big time users. Beaten Reese. The question is, what will he do in the playoffs? I think that's where we're starting to get with UT. Is can he make some noise in the playoffs? His record, his schedule to finish the season is a little brutal. He got Dez twice. He got Ye. I don't know how good that matchup will be now that he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. He has Pooty. He got Joker, which again, that's a brotherly matchup. Who knows? Maybe they'll bet something and send him Cash App and maybe Joker give him the win. I don't know, but he has 8 wins now, and I think he finishes the season with 11. I think he finished the season with 11-6, which I think is good enough to get him in the playoffs. So, Dez, this is your division foe. I'll let you expand a little bit more on how you feel about his game and how you feel competition-wise he stacks up against the rest of the users.
I mean, UT solid. He definitely a solid user. He was solid way before he got Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry factor is just different, man. He falls forward 3-4 yards every time he runs it. So you gotta bring your pistol to the party. So you know you gotta hit him where it hurt. But I don't know, man. I can't really say UT is a threat to win a bowl at the moment. But he definitely, if he put it all together and just I ain't trying to give him too much, cause I do gotta see him 2 more times, maybe 3. So he I don't think he'll threat to win the bowl, but he should definitely make the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, bet. And just Joker and UT, I joke with them about brotherly love and cash out. We all know that we all play hard here. I don't care how much boys we are. Everybody play to win. Cause I'll be damned if I let Phil beat me. We play in a couple weeks, so I see Phil when I see him.
Yeah, I mean, this season has been up and down a lot for Blitz, and one thing I like about it is the fact that a lot of the teams that usually lose are starting to win. And I think my favorite part of this entire season, because I counted them out, has been Jameer's response to missing the playoffs last year. People know Titans came in last season. Swago came in, and I'm going to say he just ran the AFC South. And I thought that was it. I thought that Jameer would, I thought he was going to fold under pressure. I thought he was done. And I'll say, he has a few games on his schedule that's 4th place, so be it, whatever. Or 3rd place, whatever the case may be. He plays the Browns, the Giants, the Texans in this division. So he has a 4th place, but he has a hard schedule to finish out. So my favorite part and my biggest AFC threat is actually the Colts. I think that every season we go through figuring out, okay, well, we know Jonathan Taylor's going to go off. We know that he's gonna end up, beasting through the entire. He's gonna end up beasting through the entire defense. He has 36 touchdowns on the ground, 2,700 yards on the ground as well. And my favorite part to it is the fact that this dude does not have to faithfully pass every game to win. The only bad part about it is I'm just not sure whether or not he can pass when it matters. That's the only bad part. And sometimes he cannot pass when it matters, and that hurts him on the back end in the playoffs. But I'll say this. Mike Evans is going to be his Mr. Reliable for him. He also has Henry, and I think, is this Michael Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Michael Thomas as well. So he has the wide receivers that he can depend on. He has Dak, who is doing just as well. But I've also seen Dak throw some terrible passes. So if
I
only thing I
mean,
could give a suggestion to, huh?
when you say them receivers, man, Mir had them boys like 2, 3 years now, maybe 4 seasons. I don't
Yeah, I know,
understand
but
why Mir don't throw them boys a lot more jump balls, and I be telling him that like you got
well,
two of
last
the
season, I mean,
biggest wide receivers.
I think sometimes though, when you play Madden, when it's kind of going down, you just let it go all the way down. So I think last season is hard for me to watch. In general, even losing. Sometimes when you lose in Madden, you just fall down the hill all the way. It's just a confidence factor. You're literally watching T-Day do it faithfully. He just cannot turn the boat around. Also, when he starts losing, he just lets it go. Um, but I think that's what happened with the coach last season. I think also with Swag coming in, Swag whipped his ass last season. But then I kind of determined his season by week one. And when he beat Swag 45-3,
Yeah,
at that point did I
it was a
know.
massacre.
Yeah, at that point did I know he was pissed off that everybody one was counting him out. Two, this is still his division. Um, and three, that the Jaguars is actually on his ass right behind him. So I like the whole division. I think this division probably could be, ranked top, depending on how it
Oh,
ends up.
they
And I
balling.
don't even think he had Dak Prescott last year. I thought he didn't. I thought he, for some reason,
Yeah, he
had
was
another.
he was hurt. He was hurt for like 8 weeks. Yeah, I think he was rolling with
Yeah,
Jared Goff. So I
yeah.
mean, you know how
I
that
think
could
it's a
be. But
confidence thing. And I think that defensively, 35 interceptions. Like I said, my biggest scar for him is what are you gonna do when you play Maceo? Um, it just seemed like Maceo, him and Joker might have a battle out again. But what are you gonna do when you play Maceo? What are you gonna do when you play the Bengals? I mean, we see that week 17 coming up as well. What are you gonna do against the top users when it matters? So
Them
I would say,
Jaguars playing
listen.
some good football.
I mean, he's
yeah,
Cowboys, Jags, and I'm saying Cowboys because I think JD's still gonna put up a fight somehow, some way. He may not make the playoffs, but he's still gonna put up a fight. But um, Cowboys, Jags, Chiefs, who will show up just when you least expect it. The Jets will show up when you least expect it. Bengals and Titans. So his last 6 games to me, well, the Texans, I'm not sure, but his last 6 games to me will mean the most to him as far as where he will be at in the AFC. So do you all take Mir? We talked about the Bengals and how hot they are. Do you all take Mir serious as a threat, or are we just watching another season of Jonathan Taylor demolishing the league?
all right. Yeah.
Yes.
To jump, to jump back into the comments real quick, just real quick. T says Swag had a good season last season because no one knew how to play him. Jameer agrees. Said
I can't agree.
facts.
I can't agree with that. Swag is playing with a mediocre team at best, and
Yes, I
he
mean, Wood did nothing
it's
to them Titans, man. I gotta say,
yeah, man.
I feel a little bad for Swag, but Swag been thugging it out, man. He's a good dude. Pooty says Swag missing a couple pieces. That's all. His QB is selling them. We got Very in the chat that says Swag is trash. Someone screenshot that and get some drama started in the chat for me. Um, Maceo said he not worried about a QB named Dakota. Basically talking about Dak Prescott.
Dak's a
Um,
bomb.
Dak basically saying Pootie saying that Mir can't beat the Jags when it depends on it. And we got Phil D said I heard that comment. Ike, you not beating me this year. So I guess him beating Very got his confidence high. But we all know that every time we match up, I end up with the win. But get back to the question, is Mir a threat this year, man? He got Jonathan Taylor going crazy, 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 and you know the run is coming. You know that whack trap, 0-1 trap is coming, or the counter's coming, and for whatever reason he still pop it. Uh, JT gotta have 94, 95 speed, cause when he get out, he's gone.
Yeah, his
That
speed up there. So okay, so let me ask a question to y'all before we get off this topic of running backs. Like, what team? Obviously, we know Mir is like right now killing the league and running, right? So, how do y'all think some of these teams would play if they didn't have elite running backs,
I
or
mean, I think
or
it's.
one of their key players was actually hurt?
I mean, I think it's the same situation. You're gonna have people being like, "Hey, if Maul didn't have Lamar, he wouldn't be doing this. If Kyler didn't have, if Very didn't have Kyler, if I mean, it depends on the situation. Now, I don't believe that Jameer would be running the ball. You probably wouldn't get the broken tackles and things like that. But I mean, we've seen times when he had to sit him out. I think one game, Jonathan Taylor was injured.
mm-hmm.
And Jonathan Taylor was injured, and it was like some scenario or something in there, and I think he still won
Yeah,
that
flat
game.
tire.
Yeah, I think he still won that game. I think he still played his tail off. I think he still ran the ball. I believe for him specifically, he can pass. I just don't think he has to. Now,
Right.
you
Yeah,
can't double team Michael Thomas and Mike Evans at the same time. You know what I mean? But you can find some kind of way. Give me one second.
Yeah. But to go back to the comments, you can hear me right, Dash?
yeah.
All right. We got Joker that said, nah, Mir's no threat. He just puts up good stats with JT. We got Very that said, Mir get down. Once Mir gets down, the game is over. We've seen it too many times. He cannot pass. Then we got Very also said Ike he had to let Phil win because he DM'd him and said he was booting him out the league.
Yeah, I mean,
I think, but personally, I just think like regular season. I mean, this we're gonna have people ball out all the time, but when they come down to playoffs, I mean, you still got to stick to your game, but you got to be able to sprinkle in a little something here and there. You know what I'm saying? To be able to beat whoever you playing.
yeah, I mean, I think he can do it. I mean, I think it all depends on everybody. I can't wait to the day, honestly, where I can get away from Lamar and just pass with another quarterback. I think you adjust.
Send him
Um,
to Atlanta. We'll do it.
no, I can't send him off, man. His cap hit too high. I told you
one, one,
I had a close trade. I really am. I really do want to trade him on everything, but it's his cap, and the only reason I really want to trade him, not to get too far away from the topic, is just to see how I'll be with a pocket passer. I think I'll be much better. But anyway,
real quick, more one last comment. Very said Buck sweep and 0-1 trap, base the line and blitz the linebacker stopped in the backfield every time. Thank me later, guys.
yeah,
So
I'm gonna.
he's putting the blueprint out there on how to stop Mir,
But
Right,
guys.
Mir, I
right.
mean, the thing about Jameer is, I don't think it's the players. I think it's him getting on the big stage. I think there are some players that, when they get on a big stage, they just turn into, soft ice cream. And I think for him, I think he's one of those players. It's nothing that he can do about it. You know what I mean? But I think every time he get on the big stage, whether it's Snipes TV or whether it's just against a big user, I just
His
I I don't know. I
Talk.
want him to make the Super Bowl, my favorite pick, but I just don't know.
Yeah, that big stage, that stage is different though, man. It's some different pressure when you got everybody in the league watching, then you got people, from other leagues, and then like I'm the type when I play on Snipes, I like to hear his commentate. I like to listen to it, so cause
Yeah,
we got to turn off the commentating.
commentate right. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like I gotta hear something, and then
Yeah, I
you can
do.
actually feel it. You can feel it like, oh shit, they talking shit, or you know what I'm saying? It, it's
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. For
different.
those
go ahead.
for those who don't know, like yeah, when we are on Snipes, because he has such a big, follow fan base, and he does so many other leagues, you do got a lot of other commissioners, users, a lot of other people in general who will look in and watch, see what's going on. So it's not just Blitz League, always watching. So it's definitely a big stage, and you got him calling play to play. That's why it brings such a great facet to the league. It's so dope. But yeah, it's palm sweaty, things like that. You got to be ready. So yeah, we'll see, man. Mirror, it's your time. You're gonna have to prove the league wrong, man. As you see, you got half people supporting you, and you got half doubters. So if that battery wasn't in your back after the podcast, it should be in there now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But one of my favorite teams, and I've actually like sat back and just watched them, approach things differently. When very first started, Madden, I feel like he was just this cocky. I don't know, like he just arrogant. You couldn't tell him nothing. I mean, you probably still can't tell him anything, but I think he's definitely taken a more humble approach to this season, and to me, I think he's going there in the NFC this year. I think he's going there in the NFC. Now, I will say he lost to Phil, but I mean, he's beaten Phil as well this season. So I'm going with Barry as my Super Bowl pick in the NFC, and that's the next team we're going to discuss. Very this year, of course, he's going to put up stats with Kyler all the time. With Raheem Moore, 1,300 yards again, 11 touchdowns. Hardman, 12 touchdowns, which I still say is the Chiefs' worst trade in the entire league. Because I feel like when you got rid of Hardman, you could have
Oh,
did so
without a
much with
doubt.
him, with Tyreek Hill. So if you get the Chargers next year,
Chiefs,
and yeah, if you get the Chargers, if you get the Chiefs next year,
no
please
Tyreek.
do not trade with no Tyreek. You cannot trade Hardman. And in fact, I don't even know how Tad's going to do without Tyreek. But that's for another day. So this year, I actually have Barry going to the Super Bowl. I think he's much more humbled. Um, he has played the Raiders, beat them really bad, and that's why I said if we ever had that Dez Joker Barry division, it would tell the whole story. He did turn around, beat Ike, beat Broncos. Maceo beat him. He beat the 49ers. Um, really, someone actually referred to the Arizona Cardinals as the Power Rangers, due to the amount of power that he has around him. I'm around Kyler. But one game that I'm very interested in seeing, and I know some people may not put much stock into him. I'm going to go with the Cardinals versus the Packers. This Week 12 game, I think, will actually be a game that I really do want to see. Obviously, the Washington football team, who, if I can get to, I will. But I really want to see this next game, the Cardinals versus the Packers, because I'm trying to figure out who exactly are the top users in the NFC. Definitely the Cardinals, but also a prove game for the Packers as well. But for the rest of the season, he's going to the playoffs for sure. But I'm very interested in seeing what Barry will do once he reaches users like Dez again. I think that's the rivalry that we all want to see keep going on and on and on and on. So I'm going to say the
Not
Cardinals.
not a robbery.
Well,
No robbery.
you don't want to
Ain't no
disrespect.
ain't no robbery, man.
Well, you don't want to disrespect him because he might get mad. But I'm gonna go ahead and say, we'll see what he's worth this playoffs. But I think for the sakes of him as a user, he got to make the Super Bowl this year. He got to get another ring on his finger. Like I said, he three-peated. I think he three-peated from last Madden on to here, but starting to look like everybody's catching on to Very and Joker, and they were the top two users on the rankings going into this Madden. So, do you believe that Very will return to the Super Bowl this year? We always talk about pretenders. Is he a regular season warrior? Or who is he?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's I kind of was one that kind of started the regular season war, and I like to get under a lot of the users of the league. That's how you keep the league competitive. Keep everybody on their toes. But I think Barry got something to prove. Not only this season, even this next game coming up against Reese. Reese put him out the playoffs last year.
Oh,
Maul
he
mentioned,
did. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah. So and those are games that me knowing Barry for a while, I know he don't forget that. He probably had that circled when he looked at the schedule. Maul mentioned trying to rank some of the top users. Various team is just good, man. I mean, just the stock Cardinals coming in year one,
Man, year
you
one,
know,
them boys
is
loaded.
is one of the best teams to start off Madden with. So again, you still got to have skills and stick skills to play. So no excuses there, to always kind of say that. But I think Reese's secondary matches up with Vary's, wide receiving repertoire, and that's what I think gives him a harder game against Reese. I mean, even Reese, both safety, Savage, and forget the other one. You talking 93, 94 speed, Jair Alexander, 96 speed, X Factor, and Stokes, the kid from Georgia. I gotta believe he's at least 95 or 96 speed by now, year
Oh, nah,
six.
Stokes like 97 speed off
Yes.
stock.
So those are when you're facing a team like Very, if everyone can have that kind of weaponry and speed in the secondary, not just speed, also high overall and good players like Reese Scott, you can give Very some problems. I got to go back and look at that game against Phil. Kyler Murray had 4 interceptions. Phil did something right there, man. I'm not quite sure what it was. I wasn't able to watch the game, but Very got a lot to prove, man. Very got a lot of pride with him. He feels as though he's the best user in the league, and I'm glad he feels like that because I would want everybody to feel like that. But with one Super Bowl as we go on in the year six, and the Super Bowl was against T Day and the Broncos. No disrespect or anything that on that nature. I think some of the users have looked at Very and said he ain't that tough. So
I think let
and
me let me piggyback off that.
yeah,
Very,
go ahead,
I
Des.
think very just like when he was winning, like coming from the last Madden and even coming to this Madden and winning the first bowl, like man, you were going to chat every day. Very was posting like the little punching meme. He doing it to somebody else. He was just on this high horse. But it's like now I be looking in the chat. I be wanting to see that same Very. It make it more. You know what I'm saying? It make it more like all right when I play him, it's more on the line. But now it's like slick like he don't even care no more.
So, are you saying Very got humbled?
From what y'all said, I can agree. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad the league was able to humble Very. And that's what we shoot for. The league has humbled Joker, and now the league got to humble Dez because he feels like he's the best user now with 3 bowls. So everybody out there listening, the target is on Dez. So
I mean, I don't know. See, I got to be careful with the word humble because I think he's still going to talk his trash. I think he's still going to come. I just think
Yeah,
that when
for
it comes
sure,
to
for
games
sure.
like when it comes to games against Dez, he's much more of a, I don't think he's going to pump it up the way it is. Yeah, I just, what I'll say is if it's not, he'll just hit you with the money thing. And then what I learned about people that hit the money thing is if you don't accept the money bet, then they think, oh, you weak, this or that. Ain't nobody playing on that. We playing franchise. Um, but I wanted
Bro, we was gonna
to,
do that. We might as well just go play mud all day, bro.
yeah,
Chill.
I mean, for real. So, yeah, before we move on for him, 49ers, they doing well. 35 touchdowns of Trey Lance, 1,000 yards with Samuel. Still disappointed that, he's not running the ball as much. That's 49ers, that is. Very disappointed that he's not doing that. But, yeah, 49ers showing out as well. The next team that I want to talk about that got to get over the hump before I move on to this AFC NFC battle is definitely the Bills. I just feel
Oh,
like for Tease, he has been playing in the playoff water for a very long time. And for him, with Josh Allen, he has to get over this hump immediately. I don't think he can sit back one more season and wait. He's beaten the Dolphins. He's beaten the best of the best users. He's actually beaten every user in the AFC. I'm going to reach out and say I believe. I might be wrong, but, he's beaten every top user in the AFC for the most part. This year, like I said, I don't really see a tough schedule. But I really do think he's already cashed his ticket to the playoffs. But my concern about the Bills is that he's getting too settled with just being a playoff type user. 29 touchdowns, but 23 interceptions with Josh Allen. 898 yards with Hamler. He got Rashad Bateman in the offseason. He's doing very well with him. But like I said, it goes back to I don't think users are valuing running the ball as much as they have when they first started the year. First started the year off. So for Tease, I think it's a make or break season for him. I just don't see enough of the same fight in him as well. But across the board, he's been doing really, 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 really well in the regular season. Another regular season warrior. But would
I
you
really
would you
thought
name
Tease
Tease
was
the
going.
top? Huh?
I really thought Tease was going to take it to another level when he got
Yeah.
Allen to X Factor. But
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
but do you think Tease Do you think Tease? He's definitely top 10 user. Um, but do you think it takes the Super Bowl to cross that path of the top five?
I don't think it necessarily take a Super Bowl win. You really just gotta like just prove that you can win in the playoffs. Like just at least knock somebody out that we wouldn't expect you to knock out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta win it all, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like T's can win the AFC if he lock in personally.
that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, T's got a good team too, man. From
Oh
time to
yeah,
time,
for sure.
I'll log in and I won't even have a game. My game may already be played. And I'm just rolling through people's team. I'm looking at stats. I'm looking at transactions. And I was like, man, T's got a good team, man. T's got a real good team. Um, Him and Dolphins been kind of going at it. Him and Maceo been going at it in that division. You sprinkle in Chris there, who's uh, gave his brother a lot of run for his money, but I think Tease does have to make some noise here in the playoffs. For me, Tease got to get to the AFC Championship game minimum
Yeah, I
for
mean,
we can start elevating, his name where he thinks it should be, at in the rankings and with the users but I think AFC Championship game is a must for Tees that he has to be in the Final Four with a chance to be playing with a chance to get to the Super Bowl. I think his team is ready. His quarterback is finally ready with the X factor and the five abilities. I think he got all the pieces he need, man. I mean, Kittle's still a monster. I mean, he got cornerbacks. He got abilities everywhere. I think now is the time for Tees to strike. And the only thing I think Tees is missing in his game is I think sometimes he goes to his favorite plays a lot, which sounds crazy because we all should go to our favorite plays that we think. But I think if he sprinkled something in there,
Yeah,
something in
to
there,
get the team
to,
off balance. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
Pick
think
some
when I
shit
watch Tees,
you don't even want to pick. Just pick it.
I mean,
yeah,
but
I think
Tease, go ahead.
no, that's it. I mean, that pretty much summed it up. That's what when I watch Tees, that's what I notice with Tees. I'm like, Tees got it. He'll be in the game, good game, top user, and he goes to something where I'm like, I knew that was coming. If I knew it was coming, I know his opponent knew it was. You know what I mean? And that's what I think killed Tees. But I think Tees is right there again for me. AFC Championship game for me for Tees. That's my expectation for him this year, and that's why. And if I had to ask him, I think he would agree with it. So we got 7 games left. Again, he should be motivated. The team is ready, in my opinion. There ain't many holes on that team, so it's just time to go get it.
All right, so got about a few more topics left. But right now I'm gonna talk about Snipes and the plans for Blitz next Madden. So as far as Snipes TV, I always ask people just be patient. We have been going really fast actually, so we should be able to get Snipes Super Bowl before he leaves. Saying that, um, you know, there's a lot of leagues out here that are trying to take it to the next level. And there's something, I probably shouldn't say it, but, knowing me, I always say things and then I get trouble for it on the back end. It's something called the Commissioner's Circle, kind of that Snipes is introducing. That'll come very soon. Therefore, it's a lot of leagues that's taking things to the next level. And, it starts out with Super Bowl payouts, all the way to making your league a more global league. Saying that, it's going to take a lot of time. It's not going to take 1 month, whatever. It takes plans. Saying that I'm personally going to have to step away very soon in order to prepare for Blitz next Madden and what I want to do and the commissioners that I want to work with to do it. I think that, speaking to other league commissioners from Xbox and PlayStation, everybody's trying to put more energy into franchise. Without a doubt, MUT is not going anywhere. Madden is not going to change that. Madden is going to put their best foot forward for MUT faithfully. The streaming thing, as far as commentating, that is that's there. That's always going to be there. Snipes will always do it. But in order to create, when you look at Soden Bowl, when you look at, a lot of leagues around here, me and Dez is in the league actually. What is the league called? Madden Underground. Everybody has their own media base. And, I think I started off with the little Twitch thing. And I thought about doing it this year, but I was like, nah, I'd rather take months to do it. So, Blitz will have something introducing, coming into next Madden called Blitz Media. And Blitz Media will basically be its own stature. When you kind of look at Soden Bowl, they got their own little games, but they got a lot of subscribers, but it took a lot of work to do it. And saying that, I need everybody on board. I know with the highlights, Pootie's been doing them left and right, really, really good. But it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to really invest and make these Madden leagues blow. So saying that next year, for example, I can't say too much, but there's one of these leagues that I'm working with, they got a $1,500 Super Bowl payout, and there's ways to get to that, to make sure it takes time, but there's ways to get to that to make sure that you can do it. There's a lot of deals out here that you can talk to EA with that I found out, and things of that sort. So that's what I'll be using my summertime doing. I have a direct plug, so I'll be talking to him to figure out, the type of sponsoring and things of that sort. We also have users in our league that play in MWS, I think it's called MCS, NWS type football. Joe Very, Dez. Well, Dez doesn't play that type of football, but you get it. And so I'm also trying to push them out to Madden tournaments and things of that sort if they want it. It brings a lot of league money. And then also there's a tournament going on that's going to happen between leagues. In which I would say with the amount of money that's on the table, we're not talking $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Talking almost $6,000, $7,000 that could be on the line for leagues when they go at it. And Dez is in Madden Underground, which is Snipes football league, and these boys can play their ass off. They will use the same play against you, but they will play their ass off. And I think after watching a lot of people in this league, I believe put us in. I believe Blitz can put up the same fight that they put in. Obviously I don't want to invite users like Pootie and them. I'm just playing. But I think that I think we have enough users to face off against the top leagues
Sure.
around. And so I'm going to start working with League Crawler and leagues around to build what's coming for next Madden. I think we have a strict 26, 27 users that I know for sure will carry on next Madden. And I
Yeah,
think the
for
thing that
sure.
I've taken, the thing that I've taken from this Madden is that, it's a brotherhood going on, but it's also people love the extra stuff. They love the power rankings, they love the stuff like that. So why not make it
Yeah.
more global, and take that extra step? There are a lot of leagues out here that are making. I'll be honest. There's a league out here. I shouldn't be telling this, but there's a league out here that's making almost $4,000 a month off of Twitch streams, and they divide it amongst their users. So why not bring money to the table and make it ring?
Yeah.
So soon and
Yeah,
very
do
soon,
that,
I'll be
man.
stepping away. So somebody will have Lamar, somebody will have the Ravens, but I don't really work. You know what I mean? Y'all know I work social media. I don't like all this working stuff. I don't like it. So wherever money is, money goes. So saying that Varian Joker, um, depending on how they go, they the two, well, there's two, they the three I trust. Leading into a tournament to represent Blitz. Um, with no rules, and there's no rules. There's no rules. There is no always using the same play. The blitzes that they use, I mean, everything is crazy. So it's MCS, and it gets really, 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 really bad. And Dez can tell you, the league's less in here. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, them
It's
boys
crazy.
cheesy as
These
hell,
boys are
man.
dogs. Like they're not easy. And so Snipes very soon. Dude is a very good dude. That's why very patient, really good person. And Snipes is, I think we started Snipes this year. So every year is going to be something more and more to be added. And everything might not be added I'm talking about next season. But my goal is to make sure that by the time I'm finished at the first season of Blitz is a $500 Super Bowl payout faithfully. And I have the ways to do it and to ensure that people have it. Or to kind of break it down, my other idea that I have with the people that I'm working with is, yeah, it's 4 minute quarters. Yeah, yeah, it's 4 minute quarters. Yeah, they shoot clock. Score every play. You have to. It's all about paying. They don't care about scoring 50 points. If they can score 20 points and win, they will. But once they get the lead and you turn the ball over, that's
Game
it.
over.
That's it. They know. They don't care about you crying. They don't care how you feel. They'll run the clock down to 1 second. MCS football, I learned, and the league is not for me. I'm in Madden Underground, but I told them I can't do it anymore. Listen. These people will cheese you to death, but this is just how they
Yeah,
play. And
it's
saying that,
definitely tiring.
I feel like I watched other leagues and kind of watched them, kind of sitting back, feeling like EA plugs. There are a lot of people that's involved in EA that is involved in the franchise low key, and so
Yeah,
like
there is.
watching these other leagues, I think Snipes League has $600 payout. So the way that they do it is, you know, uh, what is it? What is it? There's $20 a division winner.
Nah, he gave me 25 last year.
Yeah, so it's 25 a division winner, which is $200 around the league. What else? What is the other ones? Is
Uh, I think you get it for winning. I know Super Bowl runner up. I feel like it's AFC and NFC.
okay? So it
Is
must
it?
be $50 for NFC winner, $50 for AFC winner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the goal next Madden. Is to make it a little bit. It may not be as high because this is my first year. Dealing with people, and I'll be honest, a lot of these Madden commissioners, a lot of them don't want to open doors for you. I've been loud about it, but a lot of people don't really want to open doors for you. A lot of leagues are big, and they really just don't want to do it. So 25 division winner, 25 MVP, 50 MVP. Yeah, yeah, that's how it is. It's all together like a $600, $700 payout. Let me screenshot that. Yeah, so that's the way it goes, and it's funding through leagues that actually happens. So anyway, long story short, I know we gotta get back to topic, but there's a lot of things that's coming. Please be patient with it and understand that it takes time. The streaming thing, I'm gonna let Snipes handle it. That's his territory. Uh, Pootie, as he gets better, yeah. But my most important thing that I want definitely is I want everybody to enjoy themselves across the board. And it starts with everybody pitching in, possibly, figuring out things, streaming, doing things of that sort that'll make it easier on the back end. So yeah, so that's what we will be doing definitely very soon, like extremely soon, and it's just gonna take time. So yeah, so that's that. We probably got about 2 or 3 more Super Bowls left in the league. But I know by May I have to be out, or June. I don't know what month, but more details will come soon. Okay, so to end this, so basically turned into a money league.
Nah, nah.
Let me clarify that too. So here's the thing. I think if we wanted to turn into a full money league, I don't want people coming for the money. I'm taking my phone like I'm talking through my phone. I don't want people coming to the league for money. You know what I mean? Like, I know some people, when you find money leagues, like yo, this and that. What I can make a promise is that there will be bigger payouts for next Madden. I can at least confirm that with everything. But I don't want people to, you need the Owens of the league. You need the Chris, the T's. We got a lot of personalities in the league that mix out. You know what I mean? And I don't think that as far as the solid 32, I would hope so. But there's obviously going to be people that, things happen. So what I would say next Madden is, at this point, at least to what I can speak on, and like I said, Snipes opens a lot of doors for people. We up to $400, $500 a payout already. It's just about making sure the longevity can happen every season, and the funding that goes through EA. EA has a lot of funding, believe it or not. And a lot of people charge you. I think we got to pay to get in some leagues. So it's like, I don't want to pay when I can just go through them. So we'll see how it works. Back then, no, you won't get smoked. We still have rules. You know what I mean? That's the difference. A lot of leagues don't have rules that pay out like that. They still have rules. I think one thing it just sends is next Madden, make sure y'all step y'all skill up. In the pregame, preseason, make sure that. Last is Blitz is also turned into a charity league. So I've been working with these people
For sure.
from New York. I'm working with these people from New York. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen, but it's always these families that y'all, you cook up for, like Christmas. There's a lot of families that don't have, a lot of families that do that. I'm not the type of person, I'll be honest, I'm not the type of person that drives down the street, see a homeless man and gives him money. If I have some change, I'll give it to him. But, making sure that we give back to the community is part of the media Blitz idea. Blitz playing is also finding a family. So if anybody knows a family already, maybe some of y'all go to church, know this one family. My goal is to make sure that around Thanksgiving, around Christmas, I can pay people to fly out and surprise the family. I'm not all about media, but also videoing, so I'm all about, making sure that we do this correctly. I don't want it to be blown up, but I want it to also be something where we giving back to the community. I've given a lot out. So it's all about the Blitz Media plan. So sooner or later, I'll lay it out. Told you the podcast format change is coming, and things of that sort. So if Blitz Media blows, it blows. Listen, if it doesn't, it just doesn't. But at least we can say we put our best foot forward. So that's all I really can say and speak on that. We'll see how it is, but if you know a family that may not have, and don't let it be your cousin that you can help, but somebody genuine, there's a lot of families that need help, and if we don't help them, then every same money we spend on Madden, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100, Is I feel like if everybody pitches in $10, we have $320. And, that would be a blessing to some family, but I want everybody to be a part of it, everybody to sign off on it and send it to this family or whatever the case may be. It doesn't just have to be for Christmas. Pootie said my family need help. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. And another thing, before I move on, I swear I'm moving on after this. I found out that there is somebody in the league, not saying who, someone in the league who, may not have as much as the I'm not gonna say the average person, whatever. Someone in a league, I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you Blitz is to the
Yep.
point now where I feel like people are known enough to the point where you can come up to somebody and ask them for that. I'll give y'all a quick
My
story.
fault, guys. Yep.
I'll give you a quick story. So, Reese, this me and Reese cool, real close. And, when I was growing up, I didn't have a dad or whatever. So I'll give y'all a quick story. I didn't have a dad or whatever. So I didn't have the money to really, do things. And, trips, it could be trips, whatever the case may be, I could not go.
Right.
Even when I was first starting off in my workhood, I could not do certain things. Reese, listen, Reese would give me $200. More than that, when I needed money, it could be for food, whatever it could be for, he would do it. It did not matter what it was for. And even sometimes I didn't even have to ask. But he would give and give and give and give and give because I did not have it. Now, this back in years ago when I did not have it. Didn't know the dude I didn't know the dude for years and years and years and years and years. But he had met me one year, maybe 2017, 2018. I was just graduating. Some things I didn't have. I didn't have money to afford my class stuff. Sometimes I didn't even have to tell him the reason, but he would just give. Not to say that he gave and gave and didn't know where it was going, but it ended up building a lifelong friendship, and he gave from his heart. And forever, I was his son, whatever you want to call. I was his son forever from after that. My whole point, long story short, is that just give out and give out your heart. And let's turn Blitz Media into a very big thing. And let's turn Blitz Media into a big thing. That's long story short. Last topic. I got to move on because I'll be going on all day. Last topic is AFC versus NFC. Now, I'm not about to sit here and let NFC users disrespect the AFC. Now, I'm going to name our top 3 users. And y'all let me know if my top 3 users is better than your top 3 users. Okay? So, to represent the AFC, if I had to send top 3 users off to y'all top 3 users, I'm going Joker. Damn. Okay, give us top 5. Give me top 5. Give me top 5. Give me top 5. I'm going Joker. I'm going Maceo. I'm going P. Earl, and I'm talking about right now. If we had to face off right now, Joker, Maceo, P. Earl. I'm going. Damn. Wait a minute. All right. Tease is my 4th one, and I'm going Jameer. I'll ship them 5 off to represent the AFC. Y'all give me y'all top 5 in the
Well, that
AFC.
AFC doo. Now,
That's my top 5 right now. So you let me know your top 5 in the NFC in the AFC. What is it in the
NFC.
NFC?
Go
Y'all
ahead,
struggling?
Daz.
Okay.
you want me to go? All right, fuck it. So my top 5 in the NFC, I'm gonna say myself is number 1. I'm gonna add various number 2. For number 3, I'm gonna have to go. Hold on, let me pull up my Madden stuff real quick so I can look at these teams real quick. I can't think of it right off the top of the head. So NFC, I got me one, very two. I'm gonna have to go Carmen with three because of the but Carmen be rolling in the regular season. I don't know what happened to him in the playoffs.
He do be rolling.
Um,
You
it's
still
hard,
got.
man.
I mean, Ye's
It's
down. You still got Reese. You got Ye. You got.
see Reese be on and off though, like so I don't know. It's out of Reese, Phil,
Phil Dookie.
Ike,
Yeah,
and
Ike sound good.
and
Yay.
I'm gonna say JD, but this year JD getting mud stumped, so I don't know.
Yeah, he is getting beat bad this year. And you got UT still, respectable
Yeah,
user.
UT.
You got,
Okay,
I
so
mean, you got Truth plays, Zizo plays. I mean,
I'm gonna say me very uh Carmen, UT, and the last spot a toss up, bruh. It's really like whoever flip a coin, whoever land on it go.
Okay, so all right, so here's my question, and I guess we can sit here and discuss. Did you name UT in your top five?
yeah, ET,
As of right
Dookie.
now, are we
If
saying
you
right
had to
now?
use top five users to go against my top five users right now in the AFC is a battle for the AFC versus NFC, you're using UT?
UT can beat you right now.
I mean, UT. I mean, he's beat me this season, but you think that UT, your top five
Chris
using
said.
UT? Wait a minute, say it again. I'm sorry, I gotta hear this.
We talking about right now, right?
If you
Chris
no,
above,
forget
man.
that. If you had to pick five users from the NFC to represent your conference right now, whether they're struggling or whatever, on the line, everything on the line, you're using UT.
Okay, everything on the line. All right, let me reset. Me, Very, Carmen.
Carmen Dookie, I just smoked that boy.
Man, Carmen be rolling
I'm
in
just
it
shocked.
sometimes.
So you very UT. Okay, now go to other ones, Carmen.
Nah, UT not in the top three. Don't make it seem like UT in the top three.
Okay, okay.
You gotta put Reese in there, man.
Reese. Yeah, put Reese in there over UT. Put Reese in there over you. But Reese be scaring me, man. Sometimes Mark be handling Reese well. I don't like that.
Yo,
Man,
yeah,
listen.
Markman might.
I'm
He,
saying, I'm saying $1,000 on the line. You gotta put five people, five users right now in your conference,
Bruh, I
and you gotta
don't,
run
bruh,
over the entire
five,
conference. Who you
bro,
got?
bro. The AFC can't beat the
yo,
NFC
AFC
anyway.
like really clowning us in the chat too, man. I should have let Dennis go.
Okay, so let me just say this. If I had to use top five users right now in the
Uh-huh.
NFC to go against my AFC, it would be Dez, Very, Phil, because I know
Phil
right now.
is
I
Dookie.
Phil is
listen, but
up
I
there.
think
Phil
I think he
better
can
than
counteract a user.
Phil
I think
ain't
he
better than me, dog.
Phil
no
better
no no,
than
but
you,
I think
bro.
he can counteract a user like
Like
let's
Ver,
say
like Ver. Yeah, he
like
did.
no no
I
no
mean,
no no. In
he
AFC,
did
I
put
think he can
Ver in a
counteract a
straight
user like
jacket.
he can counteract a user like Jameer. Okay, I would go Ike.
Joe, yo, yeah. If we
I
put
would go Ike.
even teams,
I'm not saying
even teams though. If I had the Cardinals, I had
yes.
No,
three
That's what
Super
I'm
Bowls.
saying.
If I
Even
had the
teams.
Cardinals, if
I'm
I
gonna,
had the
I'm gonna be
Cardinals, I
honest
had
with
three
you.
Super
I'm gonna
Bowls.
tell you why I can't put you in the five. You done
I'm
missed the
probably not
playoffs like
five.
three times, bro. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what
I
the
feel it.
hell?
I
Man,
know, man.
but let me tell you something. Now listen,
Phil, your
I'm gonna
top
say,
five
I'm
is
gonna say
disgusting.
with money on the line, you gotta play a little bit different. Because I'm saying top five, I definitely think you gotta put Reese only because,
Joker said Reese's dog water.
yeah,
Chris
I
said
mean,
I can handle.
see, I
All
don't.
right, all right. Legit top five.
Okay,
Chris said I can handle.
Me, very, Carmen, Reese and Phil. Fuck it.
But see, Carmen is too inconsistent.
Man, Carmen got some plays that'll goddamn
Okay,
get
so
over.
so okay, so you that's your top five that you would send off against my top five.
Who your top five?
I
Maceo said
had
he beat UT and Carmen by 20.
I had Maceo, I had Joker, Tease, Jameer, and who did I say the fifth one was? Fuck. Who did I say the
Pierre.
fifth one was?
He
Damn,
said
that's terrible.
Pierre.
P.
Who?
Earl. You know,
P- and P-
Joker said he'll let Tag go against Phil. You know what? Before the match season over, I'm setting up a bracket.
Yeah, I just don't. I
AFC,
just think
NFC.
that,
We going
yeah,
432 bracket. That's what we doing.
yeah. I think that'll be a good thing after the draft because I don't
Yeah.
think that. I think when it comes to NFC, AFC, yeah, y'all got the Super Bowls, but I don't think y'all have the amount of fight that we have getting into the playoffs. It's like a car
Get the
crash.
fuck out of here. Look
It's a
at
car.
that.
Yeah, man.
Bro, go
It's
to
a
We
car.
standings right now. Go to
we had to
standings.
upgrade that weak AFC, man.
You
I
know
had to
what?
boot a
Listen,
legend.
listen,
I had
listen,
to boot a
listen,
legend in Wood. It still hurt me to this day.
listen. Next year, here's what I'll tell
Bro,
you next season.
go to
Here's what I'll tell
standings
you
right
next.
now.
You know, no, no. You know what we're gonna do next season? Guess what?
Oh,
Everybody in the AFC, we play 4 NFC teams per season, maybe 5. You better beat all the asses. That's all I can say. I mean, man, you said
Look
go to
at the
standings.
AFC and NFC records now. Look at it.
I
Like, go to
understand because y'all
standings.
have an easier pass. Y'all have worse users down bottom than
Man,
we
get the
do.
fuck out of here, bruh.
Man, listen. In our division, we got at least 3 users that can push the playoffs. At least 3.
And who
In
division?
my division. In my division. In AFC
Oh, your
South,
division
oh,
definitely Dookie.
oh hell no. So in AFC South, you got the Colts, Jaguars, and Titans. I'm pushing them 3 as playoff teams. AFC East, Dolphins, Bills, and I'm gonna say Jets can put up a fight too.
Colts,
AFC West,
Jaguars, and Titans. All three of them not making playoffs.
man, man. So I'm gonna say the next one is Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs. Come, man, listen.
That
NFC
division
North,
is doo doo.
NFC North is
AFC
just
West.
Packers, Bears, and Bears. That's Bears on a lucky day. It got to be snowing, hailing, and raining outside at the same time in order for him to be considered up top.
Bro,
You got
NFC
in your
North,
division.
NFC North better than AFC North.
Hell no, hell no,
Why you had to
hell
think
no.
about it?
Listen, all 4 of our teams have made the playoffs.
You can't count Herb out like that. You know Herb going through some
Listen,
things with AARP,
I'm
man.
gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. Listen, in the NFC South, you only have two good teams per division. In the NFC South, you got the Bucks and the Falcons. NFC East, you got the Eagles and the football team faithfully. You gonna have JD here and there. You know, he is literally the current day Cowboys. So he's gonna be good one season, next season, no. And then the NFC West, you only got the Cardinals and the 49ers. I just think the bottom heavy and the top heavy in your divisions are too far apart. Now, granted, I think when it comes to users, which next year
When
I'm pretty sure
no,
we'll see how.
when you look at every division, it's really only 2 users that's making the playoffs. If you go through it, it's only two
In the
users
NFC,
that's really.
yes. In the
And the
NFC,
AF,
yes.
bro, the AFC, bro, that I'm gonna tell you who's gonna come out the AFC. It's
Okay,
either
let's
gonna be
go.
Joker, Maceo, or P. Earl that done took over the spot.
But how can you say that when it's always a fight and the playoffs always come down to the last minute with us?
Cause
You've
y'all
never
don't
seen
know who
this
want to be dominant. None of y'all want to take the dominant stance.
because it's such a fight. But I don't think that. I mean, Dez. Here's the thing, Dez. They want to sit here and blame the AFC for keep giving you the rings, but they the ones letting you to the damn championship every year.
Hey man,
I mean,
y'all can't beat me either.
listen. So here's what I'll say. Next year, what'll happen? Actually, forget it. Let's start it. No, no. Let's do it next season. Let me get a little. All right, next season. What we'll do is this, Dez.
No, go back to standings. Go back to standings,
Dez.
and
All
then
right, listen. So
you can
here.
actually go to non-conference wins.
Okay. You said go back to
All right,
stat.
go to AFC, and then go to I think it say conference wins or conference losses on there.
Okay. I see it.
So you can go to NFC and then go to AFC losses, or NFC and go to NFC. I mean, you
All
know what
right,
I'm saying? You know
look.
what I'm trying to say.
Look. I mean, all right. Look. We're not doing
But
all
why
that.
why would you rather play me than Joker, Tad? Is it because Joker cheesy, or is it because you think you gonna beat me?
So here's what I would say. Des, I'll bet you $100, okay, that next season the AFC will have a winning record against the NFC. As long as you can bet me that same $100.
Let me hold on. Let me look at
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet you got look.
You
I
know
bet you got.
cause look, I'm all right. Look, let's go team for team. Let's go team for team. If
Okay.
we had to match up team for team, Joker and Geo. I mean, Joker,
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on,
Joker, but
Let me.
Herb and
Hold on.
Geo. Who gonna
You write
win?
down your top five. I'll throw out a name, and I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna match up against them. Go ahead. Hold on 1 second. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go
name my
down.
top five.
I'm just
So
gonna go down the list, bro.
I got Joker. Okay, so you mean your top five, or you name everybody?
Nah, we finna settle this shit right now. Hold on, let
Okay.
me get my paper out.
All right, give me 1 second. Now, for
Let me
every
get a
NFC
paper.
user that you throw out, I'm gonna throw out an AFC user that I know will beat him. So give me 1 second.
But you can't use that user more than one time now.
All right, that's fine. That's all good. Hold on. Let me go to users.
Let me get a paper. We're gonna go down the list.
All right,
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. I had to get my notepad out. You talking crazy. All right. We're gonna start off with Very. Who gonna beat Very in the AFC?
Who gonna be very in the AFC? I'm going
Yeah.
with I'm going with Jameer.
What
That's who you
matchup?
choosing to beat Very in the AFC?
Yes, Jameer would be very. He beat him before, and he'll beat him
All right,
again.
hold on. I'm gonna write that down, and I want to see the chat. I want to see the chat react to that.
Man, yeah, write this stuff down, man.
All right, he said Jameer against Very, and Mir talking about
Yes.
facts. So all right, we're gonna settle that. All right, who you got matching up against UT? You
UT.
can't use the same user now. I'm finna knock you out the box, and you don't even understand it.
Okay. Against
Who gonna?
UT. Against UT. I'm gonna go ahead and use Tad. I think Tad can be UT.
Okay, Tad. Who gonna beat? Who gonna beat Reese?
Reese.
Yeah, who gonna beat Reese? Don't use your Joker card now. You only got one Joker card in your deck.
Okay. As far as Reese, I'm gonna use. Fuck. I'm gonna use me. I'll be Reese,
Okay, I'm gonna put you on
and
there.
I already have. So yeah.
All right. So who gonna be? I'm gonna throw an easy one out there for you. Who
Mhm.
gonna be? Who gonna be Herb?
Oh shit, Jam Rock.
Geo?
He ain't
No,
beating Derb.
no, he not being Herb. But I'm gonna write
Book
that
it.
down.
Put it down. That game is going to pad. Mark it down.
Who gonna beat Carmen?
Carmen.
Yeah.
Um, let me see.
Here I come.
I'm going with Chris against Carmen.
Oh,
Chris.
Yes.
Okay, I wrote it down. It's in pen. I ain't erasing.
All right.
Uh, who gonna beat Phil?
Phil.
mm.
Tease. Tease be Phil all day.
Okay, that wrote it down. Who gonna beat Dez?
Dez. I'm going with. Shit. Hold on. Dez. I'm going with Joker. I'll take my chances. Joker.
Okay. Who gonna beat Ike?
Yeah.
Ike. Pootie.
Pootie?
Pootie already beat
The
Ike. Yeah. Pootie
Pootster?
Ike. Yep.
Who gonna beat JD?
JD.
You ain't
I'm gonna
smoking shit,
use.
but you ain't smoking shit but crack, Joker.
I'm gonna use. Hold on 1 second. Let me look on. Okay. To beat who you throwing at me again?
JD.
Okay. JD. I'm gonna use Diablo.
LD.
LD?
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, you be just trying people like they just.
Nah. He would beat him. Go ahead.
Alright. Who gonna beat Mark?
Oh shit. Crazy ants.
The Browns?
Yeah.
Oh, you crazy. For
Listen.
real.
He got him. I'm telling you, he got him.
Alright, who gonna be. Let me see. Trying to see who another user on here who I'm missing. Who gonna beat Truth?
Truth. Ooh. Um. God damn. I already used.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Embarrassing Molly. The
He talking about
Uh.
Bob ain't
most
thinking.
improved user.
Who gonna be Truth? Give me 1 second.
Who you saving P. Earl to beat?
You'll see.
You gonna give him a
Um.
cakewalk, huh?
Nah. For P. Earl, you said for Truth,
For
I'm going to
Truth.
use Swag.
Swag. Uh, who gonna be we already said Herb. We already said Reese. We already said who gonna be on?
Who gonna be on?
Yeah, who gonna go see Mr. Carter?
Give me 1 second. Oh, his best friend T Day.
See they?
Yeah.
They gonna battle. They definitely
Go.
gonna
Can
battle.
somebody invite you to the party? Go ahead. Who you got next?
Uh, who gonna beat Racky?
Man.
Man, get out of here, bro. Man,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Man, bro. Anybody that got like they first name twice, I ain't gonna say no more. But
Man.
who gonna
Never
be
mind. Don't invite
Zizo?
him.
Who gonna be Zizo?
Zizo. Uh. I'm gonna go with Big Rod 43.
With who?
Big Rod
All
43.
right.
Chargers user.
Zizo will smack him. All right. Who gonna beat Dre?
Um. Damn.
Don't worry about it, Zizo. We gonna straighten him out in a minute.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Uh. Who do I have left? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, cool. This right here, I'm gonna use Piero.
Against Dre?
Easy win. Let's go. You said wins.
All right. Who gonna beat Chevy?
Maceo. Yeah, beat the shit out of him. All right, now calculate the wins. See who win.
That's all of them?
Yep.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay. We got it. Okay, Very versus Mir. Are we just saying one game for the money?
Let them put. We're gonna save these games for when they really happen, but let them guess who win.
All right, but now let me go down the same list and let me put my matchup on the other side because them your matchups. You feel me?
I mean, listen. I'm just letting you know with this matchup, AFC would smoke the NFC.
Oh, no. Those your matchups. Now let me go
Oh,
down
okay. Go
this.
ahead.
Let me go down this same list and let me tell you who I would rather play that person.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So for Mir, I'm gonna have him play. I'm gonna have him play. Phil.
Okay.
And for Tad was next, right?
Yep.
For Tad, I'm gonna have him play. Let me see who Tad can't beat. I'm gonna have UT play Tad.
Okay. Hold on.
Go ahead and answer your house phone real quick.
That ain't me. Go ahead.
All right, for you, I'm gonna have. Who I'm gonna get you to play? I'm gonna go and get JD to knock your head off.
I know you's a motherfucking lie.
Gio and Irv just gotta play each other. That's just gonna happen. For Chris, let me see. Who I'm gonna get Chris to play? Chris is a bum. I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get. Who I'm gonna get to play
How don't you put
Chris?
him against Carmen? How?
Who? No. Carmen better than Chris, bro. Stop playing.
Man,
I'm gonna get on to knock Chris head off.
really? All right.
For T's, I need somebody. I'm gonna get Reese to knock T's head off.
Reese can't beat.
For Joker, I ain't trying to deal with the cheese, so I'm gonna defer to Very. Very gonna knock Joker head off. For
I'm back.
Pootie, all right. So far, you heard all his matchups, right?
So you got
Yeah.
All right.
Jameer Phil, you got UT Tag, you got me JD, you got Jamrock Herb, you got Chris Owen, you got Tease Reese, you got Joker
Joker and
Very.
Very.
Now
All
who's on the
right.
Pootie
Definitely
and Ike?
beating Chris.
Who's
Yeah,
on the
Owen
Pootie and
definitely
Ike?
beating Chris. Pootie, who you? No, let me see. I'm gonna let me see who left on this list before I just start throwing them out there.
That's terrible, man. Insulting the youth like that.
Let me see who left on this list. Who you
Herb
want to
definitely
play,
beating
Ike?
up on
Who
him.
you want to play, Ike? You want to play Pootie, Swag, or Maceo?
Either or, man.
Guaranteed win. Like
Guarantee win.
Mud stomp their ass.
Guarantee
You
win. Definitely Pootie. Um, and probably Maceo. Yeah, I guarantee vote him.
all right? I'm gonna put you up against Maceo.
Yeah, give me Maceo.
I'm gonna
I know the
put.
RPO coming.
I'm gonna put myself up against P Earl because he just think he got my number after beating him by 3, so I gotta go and beat his head in. Uh, who I'm gonna put up against Pootie though?
Who you already got Truth?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Truth knock Pootie head in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Truth put
Yeah,
that
Mm-mm.
man defense on him.
who we gonna let LD? Who gonna knock LD head off? Jump ball maniac.
Who we still got?
So far I got Phil off the list, UT off the list. Phil being Jameer, UT being Tad, JD being Ma, Eric being Geo, Owen being Chris, Reese being Tease, Very being Joker, Truth being Pootie, me being Pete Earl, you beating
You got Reese?
Maceo.
You
Yeah,
got
Reese
Mark
being
B.
Tease.
You
Reese
got
being
Mark.
Tease.
Okay.
I kind of want to play. I kind of want Mark to either beat Swag. He can beat
Oh,
LD too.
Yeah,
hell
he
no,
can
Nah,
play. Yeah.
I don't think Mark got corners though.
man! Y'all
Are
gotta
we
stop
just
this
doing head
nonsense.
to
Seriously,
head?
this gotta stop.
Are we just picking a head to head team? How we doing it?
Yes, put matchups. I think, man, this shouldn't even be a damn discussion. I mean, seriously, this. This is really an
Yeah,
insult. This really,
we're gonna have Mark knock LD head off.
this really an insult to the AFC. Seriously, all jokes
Mark can
aside.
ball, man. And we still got Zizo. You can give Zizo Pooty. He ain't never
Zizo,
losing. Pooty ain't
who the
never
hell
beat him.
values him as a user? Oh
Yeah,
my
matter of
god.
fact, we're gonna put Zizo on Pootster.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who we want.
I'm forgetting Carmen. Hold on.
Because if Zizo was in one of them AFC divisions, he'd be winning 11, 12 games a year.
Oh, for sure. And we're gonna let Chevy go ahead and throw Man on his head.
Oh yeah. Chevy definitely popping man.
Man would shellac his ass. Now, y'all, that would really be a confidence win once Man whip his ass.
We're gonna let Carmen go ahead and humble swag. Who T they gonna play?
Oh my god, bro. Y'all ridiculous. Seriously.
Yeah, NFC stud. Man, we can put Dre on. We can put Dre on T-Day.
Yeah,
Dre
Dre be
just in
running
it.
that thing. Dre be running
Dre
that
can
thing.
ball. He just
What
kind of
division? What division would
missing.
Zizo go in
Nah.
anyway?
I took Truth off of Pooty, so we're gonna put Truth on T Day.
Oh, do you think we need that much
Or
firepower on
do we
T-Day?
need to put Truth on? But the Crazy Ant's not good, bro. The last three teams is RA, T Day, and Crazy Ants, and we got Truth. Truth. What's the
We
other?
got
What?
Dre.
Truth, Dre, and Racky. We're gonna put Racky on RA.
Man,
Yeah,
y'all
Raxy.
really, y'all very
Yeah.
disrespectful.
And we got
Very
Truth and
disrespectful.
Dre left.
Very simple, man is Dookie.
All right, so I tell you what. All right,
There it
so
is. There
I,
go the matchups.
all right,
Who
I
you
tell you
got
what.
on T Day though? Dre or Truth?
Dre.
And we
And then
got
that leaves
Truth,
Truth with who?
Crazy Ants.
Yeah, there it is. Yup. That's the
Easily
matchup.
wipe the flow. Easily wipe the
Easily.
flow.
That's 16 games. We at least win 13. We go 13-3.
Bruh, I
Okay,
don't
well
see no iffy games.
I'm glad y'all think so. So here's what I'll tell you. Next week we got a few NFC, AFC games. Titans gonna smoke the Eagles. Dolphins gonna smoke the Vikings. Patriots gonna beat the Bears. Oh, we got Jamrock Owen next week. Jamrock gonna beat. He's gonna beat the Bears. I'm telling you, he's gonna
What you
beat
want to
them.
bet? What you want
He's
to bet
gonna beat
right
them.
now?
He-
Right now.
He's gonna
Right now in
beat
front of the
them.
people. Right now in front of the people. What you want to bet?
He's gonna beat them.
What you want to bet right now in front of the people?
I can't.
My 100 against your 50.
Uh,
Owen is gonna stump
I don't
gonna stump
know.
a damn. He gonna stump
Um,
a goddamn crater through Geo.
Raiders gonna beat the Seahawks. Chiefs gonna beat the Rams for real. Chris gonna beat the Lions. Jameer gonna beat JD. Yeah, all day, and that's all next week. That's all next week. And the AFC come out with a winning record, of course. Owen, as far as Owen and the Patriots, listen. I really feel like, they said JD beat Jameer. Absolutely not. So I really feel like Owen. I just can't bet on Gio. That's the only thing.
Nah, you just talking all that cash money record shit.
Yeah,
they just
yeah. Well, I
shit.
tell you what.
And
You
I made the bet sweet for you. My 100 to your 50. But nah, let's do my 200 to your 100 because I want to win 100.
Oh no, he not worth no $100. I'll tell you that now. He one of my used that to throw out there as a sacrifice. But I don't know, man. Listen. Here's what I say. I said I will bet you $100 for next year that the AFC demolishes the NFC. That's all I said.
What
Yeah.
you done seen the schedules or something?
Oh, I
Better
already
keep
know the
holding on to that
alignment.
Zizo beat Reese. That was in the minor league, man.
Yeah, Zizo. Yeah, that's the thing. Reese got nerve to talk. I mean, talk good about him all the time, but he got nerve to talk. He hasn't beaten nobody this year. He hasn't really beaten
Who?
nobody.
Who, Reese?
Yeah, he hasn't really beaten nobody.
He ready to beat very next week.
No, no. No, Reese is. You know what? Reese is one of them users where, you know, he's good when it's good. He's good when it's good, but when it's bad, it's really bad. Oh my God! Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to go over here. That's a little bit too much for my soul. All right, so what I'll say is this: Reese will lose next week, but Reese got nerve to talk about JD beating Jameer. JD's getting in his own way. Do y'all see him recently? He's struggling really bad. Seriously.
Hey man, I can't control what
He's
he is
struggling
doing.
really bad. He's not really doing too good. Somebody need to reach out to him and figure out what's going on. They said bet 50. Oh, he said bet
On
50.
what?
That's
On
what.
what?
I don't know. You gotta ask him. He said bet 50.
Who?
Um,
Very.
Reach, you said I can't beat you, but the last time we played in Blitz, what happened? Tell the people. Tell the people. Tell the people what happened when you had A fraud. You had A fraud and you still lost.
Ma, I want you to answer this question, bro.
What?
From that list you gave me, if we all got the same sorry ass 77 overall teams, like each like both teams pick the same team with the sorriest team, and we head to head each game. You really think y'all gonna be the skills like pound for pound?
With my list that I gave
Nope.
you,
Nope.
No way. It's no way you
We got
believe that.
users that can win with whack
you talking
teams.
about with my list that I gave you?
Yes.
You mean top five or
Taz
you
said
mean
it
the top
took Pete
five?
Earl 6 seasons to get good.
It took
You mean
Pierre to
you mean
get
top five?
gunslinger.
Somebody screenshot that. Send it
Are
to
you
me.
talking about top five or you talking about the matchup I gave you?
16 versus
I'm talking about the
16, baby.
matchup.
We going 13-3.
The matchup that I gave you, AFC will win.
Don't worry, we got the matchups written down. We going head to head. We gonna make this thing interesting.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
coming
you
soon.
y'all ridiculous. Y'all shouldn't to even put the AFC through a battle like this is pathetic because we've already proven that I mean, look at your divisions. You only have two
You
power.
don't you don't wrote a check that the AFC has 10 teams.
That's what Jameer said. You're the only. You know what use do y'all have to win without a top team? That's the thing. That's the $1 million question. Thank you for asking $1 million question today. What
What?
users do y'all have that win without being a top team? We'll wait.
What? What are y'all asking?
Jameer said, "What users do y'all have that win without a top team?"
He said, "Did the audio cut out?" No, it shouldn't have.
What do you mean by that?
Let's see. So you got the Buccaneers. They winning. Football team is decent team. All the defense looks amazing. They're winning. NFC West, they're winning. And here's my thing. Here's another thing. Every division I go through, the top two teams are the only teams over 500. I mean, let's really talk about it. I mean, that's just about every division, but for the most part, in the AFC North, every team has made it.
Yeah, because somebody got to make it out of y'all 8-8 bums.
No. Well, here's what I will tell you. Here's what I will tell you. Every NFC team I play, I make sure that I always, for the most part, I've always did really, really well against them.
Yeah,
Now, I
we need to
lost
start
that.
taking this non-conference personal, man.
Yeah, we
We
are.
need
We
to do that
should.
chat.
We should because
I'ma just
it's,
say Maul wouldn't have made the playoffs without Lamar.
If
that's
I was in
nice.
the AFC North,
But
boy, I'd be getting
Lamar is
12
not.
wins a
I'm not
year.
winning because of Lamar rushing stats. Okay, I'm winning. He's passing really, really well. And when I finally put down Lamar, everybody's gonna be very scared, really scared. And did y'all see my backup? My backup's doing very well too. So I can't wait to put Lamar down, man. I mean, he's doing really good, but he gonna start digressing because who will win a commissioner division? Me, and that's not me being
You.
cocky, but Phil looked like Peyton
Phil,
Manning in his last days. You know what I
Feel
mean?
better than you, Maul.
Man,
Phil
stop!
Fox Berry
Y'all
in
really
one game.
y'all really be pumping him up. Truth,
Phil is
man.
better than you, bruh.
Man, Truth
Truth is better than you, Vaughn.
shit. Truth look like Carson Wentz right now. That we comparing the quarterbacks. He's not really doing really well. He's not doing really
See,
well. Them
Truth
Eagles,
gotta stop going on vacation because they disrespected Truth
them
now.
Eagles really not doing much. 7-3 right now, but we all know I would beat
Try
the hell
again,
out of the
Joker.
Eagles.
I built all my quarterbacks except for Brady.
And the Falcons, I'll deal with him when I deal with him. I ain't blah, blah, blah.
Try again, Joker.
All right,
But
we're
he,
gonna put something together though. Trust me, it's in the works. We're gonna have something together. We're gonna make this bracket, and yeah, we're gonna figure out something.
all right, y'all, I'm out.
Appreciate y'all, man, tuning in, man. We'll drop the details and the date for the next podcast.
All right.
Peace.